Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. First down here for the offense. On the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Schuster. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Here's the handoff. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky. Ball just inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It's first and goal and looking for the first score. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick.
Return runs out of bounds.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on second down. Working that left side now. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They're bringing heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Kentucky 7, Ohio State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's loose. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14...
Afterburners coming. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Smashes through. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Open space at the 25. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Trying to get to it. And the defense, got him at the 27.
I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even if they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back who's a fast athlete in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Forced out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Buys a little time. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Man, if on my defense. I got to find it.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. It's first down from the 11. Let's go! Out of the gun to give to the back. Obliterates him, still on the move. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Sticks it in his belly. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll line up for a second down play. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? They go to the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Oh, misjudges it a bit. They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the route is on.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
The option look. Now the toss. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's 3rd and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the 4th down.
And the Wildcats looking to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The ball carried by 4. He's tackled at the 17-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Easy. The give to the fullback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
3rd down coming up.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Give to the fullback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Running back goes in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the punishment has been extended.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you can see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Cincinnati. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Kentucky Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Get set, get set.
Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kentucky 54, Ohio State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give them the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. This quarterback, part of their running game. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed. It's
touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll try the run. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Off he goes! Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the stomping has commenced. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
The ball carries by a receiver. Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
He's tackled at the 41.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Past the 30. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on second down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Breaks the tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Now on second down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.